Can they get the coveted road split as we welcome back our Tim Legler? And Legs, anyone who watched the Mavs-Sun series know that Luka put the team on his back. What does he need to do tonight in Game 2 to even up this series with the Warriors?
I think he just needs to be more decisive in his attack. He was sluggish for whatever reason in Game 1. Maybe he was anticipating coverage, and Golden State did a nice job of putting people in his driving lanes and also recovering out the three-point shooters. But it almost looked like he was overthinking it. You know, Matt, sometimes we say that he can't be sped up, and that's a compliment, meaning he plays under a certain pace and under control and with poise. But sometimes you need to speed yourself up, and I thought that was Luka's issue in the first game. He was tiptoeing, coming off ball screens. He wasn't backing guys aggressively down into the block the way you saw him do in the Phoenix series. So I just think he needs to set the tone for his team that he is operating in a place of great confidence. He did not portray that in the first game. And I know this guy might be the most confident player in the league. Didn't see it in the first game. You're going to see a different attitude, tone, and aggressiveness out of Luka Doncic at the start of this one.
Which is really stunning. Based on how they came out of that series with Phoenix, you could argue at that time Luka was probably the best player in the world, especially with his confidence coming out of that series. Surprised to see that in Game 1. Don't expect that to last too much longer. From the Warriors' perspective, Steve Kerr, what are you saying to your team tonight ahead of Game 2, especially when you're looking at what you're trying to do offensively?
Well, if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm talking about the Dallas Mavericks defense and being a very good defense when you play early in the clock and don't force them to guard you for the entire possession. When Golden State forces teams to guard them through multiple ball reversals, multiple actions on both sides of the floor, and play all the way through the clock, they're almost unbeatable. I look at a stat from the first game, amazingly. In the last 6 seconds of the shot clock, Golden State was 12 for 14 from the field in those situations. Now, typically, teams will get the ball in the hands of a great player and isolate when you get down to 5 on the clock. And when you do that, you end up with tough contested jump shots. Golden State plays all the way through until the buzzer sounds, and as a result, you still get late shot clock cuts. You get backdoor action. You get one more reversal for a wide open three. And if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm really isolating that on the film session, saying if we play this way, doesn't matter how good Dallas can be initially defensively, nobody is good enough to guard a team for 18 to 24 seconds.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.